everyone? There we go, that works. Can everybody see? Okay. Just this. Hey, look, I went live. How is everyone today? Tonight, rather. Let me load up the chat. If you're saying shit, I can't hear you. Or obviously I can't hear you. Duh. I can't see you. Can't see what you're saying. So 1 second. Chat. Connecting. Yes, I'm in chat now. Huzzah! Yeah, I see you, but I think my speakers... Do we not have audio? It says we have audio. Can anyone else weigh in? Hey, that's not what I asked for. Chat. I can see and hear you. Awesome. My phone is my chat today, as it keeps kicking me out of chat. Let's try this again. Stay. Let me see if my other chat window is up, just in case I lose something. Do we not have Rook? Hey, Rook. Hey, Rook. Yeah, I see you. Yay. Okay. I'm happy with that. Alright. Are you kidding me with this? Give me 1 second. I normally don't use my phone for this, but my other tablet is dead. So give me 1 second. Let me pop up the chat on my phones here. 7 hours, 10 minutes. That's gonna suck. That's alright. Somebody say something in chat for me real quick, so I can see it on my phone. I'm sorry, we've had like a year of not streaming, so I had to set everything up, and thought I did, but I was wrong. So I will just make chat really big. Make larger. Hello. Yay, I can see people. Awesome. I'll just keep that side chat up just in case. And let's do that. Hey. Flem. Okay. Ta-da. Okay, well, first off, thank you for joining me to my first ever Tommy Castillo Studios Sammy only stream. It's sad, but I'm doing okay about it, I guess. I'll give people a couple more minutes to get in. I'm going to give people probably about 5 more minutes to get in before I make my fancy special announcements. I know everybody is probably more wondering, transition to the big camera. There we go. How life post Tommy is. Not nearly as exciting. It sucks a whole lot, and the loss is just, unless you've been through it, especially with your spouse, you it's not like losing a parent or a grandparent or even a sibling. You know, my partner's gone. And I feel like half a person. But, you know, this Friday will be 3 weeks. And it feels like yesterday. But in the same token, it feels like it's been like forever, like a year at the same time. I promised Tommy that I would keep moving forward and keep going, so I am. And you will start seeing Tommy Castillo Studios everywhere. And I am in talks with I can't disclose anything yet because it's in the very beginning stages, but I am in talks about pitching The Dark Side of Oz as a film, possibly a film franchise. I've got a couple meetings this week before I leave for San Diego, and Tommy always wanted to see it on the big screen, so that's what I'm going to do. I'll give you guys a couple more minutes. So yeah. Anyway, let me switch back. There we go. Why am I streaming today? What's my special announcement? My special announcement is this. Wait, I'm going to wait. As many of you know, this is one of Tommy's most well-known pieces that he's done in his career. However, there's some changes. It's been Samified. Normally this said Jim. If you guys can see, I'll bring it up closer. You don't have one of those because this is the Tommy memorial piece. So instead of it saying Jim, it says Tommy. I made the Kermit a TC. Tommy loves Sammy. And some of the names have been added. Like 2 of his students, Sierra and John, Connor rather. Where are we? Certain actor that attended, John Schneider. Whoop. There, now you guys can see it. John Schneider's name's right there. Whoop. Primo, of course, you're there. Corey, if you watch this after the fact or you're here, you're in here as well. Mike Pomeroy, you're in there. Arash, if you're watching, you're there too. Let's see what else. Amanda Alamo, who's one of my best friends, is there. And let's see here. Rick Deshane, who's also an artist, a good friend of ours, and Asa, his daughter. And then the gentleman that married us, who's a good friend of ours as well, John Rambo's on here as well. I am, well, sorry. I can add your name. I'll handwrite yours in. But Sophie's here. Actually, I put Sophie. Sophie's right here. And as we all know, Sophie meant more to Tommy than you did. As I talk up to the microphone, seriously, or whatever. Sophie's name's right there. Beep. So, Tom, these are actually going to be limited edition of 30. Tommy was published while alive, this year, March 7th, was 30 years. So these will actually be, available. I have 15 available for San Diego out of the 30. They are going to be signed by myself and numbered because I'm going to watercolor Kermit. That's what we're doing today. Hey, Nathan. So, I figured in true Tommy fashion, I need to do some Kermit watercoloring. And why not, right? But I will have new prints available. I have new prints available, and at San Diego. That they'll also be available at Gen Con. This is the only limited edition one, so they're available for 100. Like I said, I have 15 reserved for San Diego. The other 15, who knows? So if you want one while I'm coloring it, let me know. Shoot me a message. What else? Oh, yeah, and Tommy will like this, so hold on a second. Okay, I'm back. Ta-da! Okay, so I'm actually, and Wayne's gonna laugh, or Primo's gonna laugh at this, but Primo's father is a world-renowned potter, and he is, or has, made a custom urn for Tommy. However, I don't have it yet, so I have Box O Tommy. Ta-da! Box O Tommy. And because he showed everybody, and as many of you know, he kept hair and blood and all sorts of randomness, and in true Tommy fashion, I asked for them to pull out some of the bones before they ground them up. So let's see what we got. Ta-da! And they did. And it came in this cool fancy plastic bag. Let me transition before we start. So I got a piece of his skull. Look at Tommy's skull. Now, I don't know why, but there's these green speckles all over his bones. And if somebody can tell me why, that would be great, because the crematorium had no idea why. And this is definitely a Tommy thing. So there's his skull, and he had really thick bones. Look at how thick that is. This is an arm or leg. I'm getting Tommy everywhere. But look, green speckles. I don't know why. It is not easy being green. So, you know, I guess, gamma radiation. So, yeah, I got a whole bag of them. But those were the two cool pieces. And the crematorium, the funeral home parlor, whatever you want to call them, was awesome. And, they, you know, the guy was like, yeah, sure, because I said I was going to make a reliquary out of Tommy's bones. And this is Bag O Tommy. That's Bag of Tommy. It's not nearly as exciting as the bones, but what can I say? But yeah, I thought you guys would appreciate that. And I have no idea what I'm going to do with them. I kind of thought of, like, painting his TC on the skull and making, like, a pendant out of it or something. I don't know, is that a little too Angelina Jolie for my, for me? But, whatever. There we go. Box of Tommy. So we're going to put Tommy up here while we paint tonight. Ah! I have yet to go through anything in his studio, and shit is just falling everywhere. So, box of Tommy, go up there. Box of Tommy. Ta-da! Okay. Don't spill Tommy. Yeah, I'm gonna try not to. I am, however, going to, my intentions are to, take him to Disneyland with me And I may or may not accidentally spill him into a plant in front of the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. And when I get back from San Diego and Disneyland, that may or may not accidentally happen again in front of the Haunted Mansion in the Pet Cemetery at Disney World. I mean, the little dime bags are really kind of pesky, so, you know, maybe I just want to take a picture of it and it just, you know, you don't know. Big companies that make marbles and jewelry and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, the Muppet ride. Ooh, good idea. I didn't think of that. Well, it's more of a show, but yeah, that'd work. And I say a plant because, you know, they clean the rides, and I don't want Tommy cleaned up, so, you know. I want him to, you know, travel wherever he is. So anyway, let's get rolling. I got Tommy's watercolor and skull. Not his real skull. That would have been really cool, but no. A little weird. I mean, is that too much? I've got bones. I'm going to make a necklace out of his skull, and I'm like, oh, that's so weird. Let's see here. Okay, so we're going to paint Kermit. Tommy did the hard part, so I'm just going to paint it up. I am finding little things all over which make me smile, and he stole one of my little travel notebooks, and it says, Tommy Castillo, this is mine, not Sammy's, even though I love her. But he misspelled though, so he says, even thought I love her. Yeah. So I am finding those little, you know, little things here and there. So if you want one, somebody said they wanted one. Bill and Lisa. You can click on the PayPal link under in the channel, or just PayPal me with shipping, because this will be, you know, shipped properly. PayPal me 110 so I can ship this, and put what in the comments, put whatever names you want, because your names are going to get added to the list just like the other ones. Alright, let's find a paintbrush. Do we have a paintbrush? We have lots of paintbrushes. Let's find a good paintbrush. Where did they all go? Sorry, I'm looking for his watercolor brushes. And he painted with a little bit of everything, so let's figure this shit out. I was looking for one that he painted with most often. Let's try this one. Nope, that's not gonna work. Maybe this one. Alright. Oh, I forgot the cardinal rule. You gotta spray palette. So at San Diego, we've got a new Joker. We've got a new Oz piece. A new Batman? A new Batman. I've got 5 new pieces. Joker, Oz, Batman, Wolverine, and another one that I'm not placing right now. Let's see, Blind Justice, the Weapon, the Wicked Witch and the Flying Monkeys, the Joker, and I'm blanking on the other one. But there's 5, and then there, of course, the Kermit. Let's see here. Need to stream the skull necklace if you decide to do that. Terry says hello. Hello! Yeah, your best bet is to just PayPal me right now, because, like I said, they're gonna go, and they're gonna go quick. And I want to make sure that you guys actually get what you need. So, and like I said, I'm only gonna be doing 30. So, and luckily Tommy did the hard part. So all I gotta do is follow his lead. Let me know if my head gets in the way. I don't have anyone watching the camera for me, so it's kind of wishy-washy. Oh, also, because a couple of you in here have commissions that were outstanding with Tommy. I will more than happy do them for you. I know there's a gentleman that Tommy owed a big commission to that actually wants me to do it. So if you are owed a commission, email me and I can, pretty much do the commission. You got to just give me like a year to get back into the chops of drawing and painting. So that way I can, actually do a good job. This is just filling in the blanks. This isn't really anything. La, la, la. This is hard when you're all by yourself. Oh, and I'm also, which normally most artists do not do, most artists will keep, the first couple of numbers for themselves. I am not doing that. So I am actually selling all 30, 1 through 30. So there's actually going to be 30. Wow, this paintbrush sucks. This one. La, la, la. I just put my hand in that. This actually is rather therapeutic. It makes me feel like I got Tommy right over my shoulder. Let's see, what else? Because nobody's talking to me. Making fart sounds. What else? Oh, yes. I will be doing more shows, obviously, this year. I've booked a couple extra shows. So I'll be doing, obviously, San Diego, Gen Con. After Gen Con is Dragon Con. This may or may not be my last year doing Dragon Con. I haven't really been getting a lot of good, hasn't really had a good response the last couple years. But, let's see. Baltimore Comic Con in end of September, after my birthday. Let's see, what else? Then I've got, hopefully my head's not in the way still. Let's see what else. Then I've got Canada in October. Canada. I'm just going to Canada. No. C4 Central Canada Comic Con for those Winnipeggers. Let's see what else. November, I'm doing Kansas City Comic Con again. Jekyll Island in December. And I think that's it. I'm pretty sure that's it for the year. But next year I'll be going to, the plan is AwesomeCon in DC. I want to do what else was there? Let's see, AwesomeCon in DC. My brain is fried. Denver Comic-Con, and I think that's in May. I'll do Motor City again next year as well. So yeah, we got the gamut, got it all going. That's blue. Where's Paint's gray? We'll use this color instead. It's jumping out of my hands. Can you guys see everything okay? Nobody's really talking, so I must be that boring. Did everybody abandon me? Yeah. Sorry, I'm no Tommy, but it's the best I got. It's the best I can do right now. No, I don't like this brush. Where are his... Hold on a second. I'm getting new brushes. Ah. Yes. Let's use this bad boy. A Skoda. Travel a Skoda. Okay, are people talking and I just can't see anything? Oh, wow, yeah, apparently. Sorry. Let's see. Yes, that is. I'm like, nobody's talking. Duh. Let's see. Got us. You're not alone. What's going on, Sammy? Hey, Justin. Oh, yeah, this one. Yep. And then his memorial card's here, too. And it is the Twitch chat on my phone. Maybe I'll do spooky later. I'm still doing Free Comic Book Day. Oh, your head is smaller. Yes, my head is smaller. Thank you, Flem. Thank you so much. Dates. Hi. Still here. Can't wait for the color to turn out. Still here. Yes, view looks good, but you have to work on getting your head in the way. How's this? Is this better? Like this? Is that good? All right. Apparently, my chat doesn't like to update until I scroll, so sorry. I did not mean to not talk to you guys. This brush is way better. That's what happens when you have a $200 brush as opposed to a $10 brush. Thanks. So this is the first time in over a year I've actually picked up a brush at all and actually painted and did anything artistic really. And I'm just kind of channeling my inner Tommy and just coloring the shit out of this. Yeah, it's gonna be blacky purple soon. It's all super faded. Well, I'm a girl. Being in my underwear is a little different. You know, there's that whole like, oh, somebody sent me a friend request. Yes, I shall friend you. Go back to my chat. So I am planning on maintaining the Twitch channel. It might not always be me painting, but I might be sewing or fabricating something. All the plans that we had originally done are still in effect. It's just unfortunately going to be just me doing it. Yeah. Nope. I don't need to be scantily clad. I actually have this one thing called talent and personality. And to pay me, just PayPal Tommy Castillo at me.com, and the amount for the picture with shipping is $110, and it will likely get shipped in about 2 weeks. I'm sorry, is this better? It's a secret. Little happy shadow on the hands here. Tommy did the hard part. I'm just coloring over it. He put all where the shadows were. I don't need to do any work. It's pretty awesome, actually. He's a badass. Let's see. Make it my whole page. Thank you. See you, Katie. Thanks for sticking around. I don't even know how long I've been live. How long have I been live? 32 minutes. There's 2 lives. It's been for, as Primo said, yes, I will be painting on all 30. I will be just painting Kermit and part of the letter in. You will get it. You will get it signed and numbered here. I'll sign right there. Your name goes in this blank spot. And I mean, if there's a family, I could put like 4 names in there or just 2 names. You know, first and last if you want, like everyone else. there. I clarified. Jeez. So if anybody's wondering, I do, yes, in fact, talk to Tommy all day. And for once, I can actually win an argument. But where's my Kermit? This thing is more yellow. Yellow? No, more olive. Kermit, where are you? That's better. There we go. There you go, Kermit. Why are your arms all fucked up? I'm sorry. NC said or PG-13 ratings, right? At least I don't have Tommy yelling at me. Language. There we go. Let's make Kermit a bit more judgmental. There we go. There we go. Okay. That's awesome. I wish I had the other people to talk to in my head. I can. How rude. I'm sitting on my paintbrush. Woo! Now we've got Kermit up there for inspiration. I think it's going to be a little bit of this color and some of this color. Let's figure that shit out. Maybe. Let's see how that's going to work. I don't like that. You know when you're painting and just no brush feels properly? Like, you're just like... Could be that this is the first time I painted in years. But whatever! It's a little darker. Doesn't really look like it made much of a difference, did it? What color should we paint his scarf? Anyone? I'm adding some yellow on top of this. Just so we can get it a bit more yellowy. There we go. Red and white, huh? Very Christmassy. It's storming fierce outside. So if I suddenly disappear, that means I lost electricity. Now I know why Tommy really liked these brushes. I'm going to have to go buy more. They're awesome. Look at that. I think it's awesome just because it's Tommy's brush. Is my head in the way enough? Let's see. White, purple, purple, red and purple. Ugh, red and purple. Let's see. That's how you roll. When you hear the sound of thunder, don't you be too scared. Just grab your thunder buddy and say these magic words. you, thunder. You can suck my dick. You can hurt me, thunder, 'cause you're just God's farts. I didn't just watch that or nothing. Correct. They are indeed 14 by 18. As Wayne is being my brain, because I don't have much of one at the moment. I'm kind of, brain farted-ary. Hi, Mike. Alright, so we're going to make it really obnoxious. We're going to do purple and red. And then we'll do some cool shit with the thing. I've been potty mouth lately. I'm sorry if you have small children and I'm offending you. But I'm a grieving widow. And I think that affords me a little bit of slack. And I got at least a year to ride that as a proper reason. Grieving widow. Duh. What's what color this is? Jeremy! I gotta remember everybody's screen names again. I'm like, who the f*** is Selkak? Duh. It's Jeremy. Jeremy, for those of you who have no idea, is obviously Selkak, but he will be helping me at Gen Con. So you will get to meet the awesome Jeremy. Jeremy! Yes, they are printed on Strathmore Gemini, and they are all hand cut by yours truly. Although I only cut like 8 of them today. I gotta cut the others. Blurple. Here's some blurple. Ready for your purples? Ooh, that's a nice purple actually. No, this does not want to work for me today. Hi, Arash. Yes, I know who you are. Your name is in your name. Sort of. I thought it was. Clearly I'm racist, and it's not. Although, I think my mom called you... What did she call you the other day? Like Hasid or something like that? I'm like, God, Mom, you're racist. It's Rashid. So Arash obviously is Persian, obviously by his name. And my mom and dad could not for the life of them remember his name. And at first they called him Rashid, and then they called him Assad, and then they called him something else. And they, for whatever reason, just cannot remember this poor guy's name. And I jokingly called them, called my mom and dad racist. They're not, but it was still really funny. Because they're like the whitest white people. Yeah, and we discovered, and by we I mean me, I discovered Cards Against Humanity. And of course, you make your parents that are in their 60s and super right to play it. And it was brilliant. And I now know that I get my effed up personality from my mother. Because there was a card that said like, I'm going on a cleanse, and I am going to have nothing but kale and blank. And I, of course, try to make my mom and dad say the most outlandish things and the most racist, you know, just as inappropriate of cards as I have. So I handed her the brown people card. And it was the first card she read. And she's reading the card and she says, I'm going on a... She glanced down at the same time and it said brown people. And she said ethnic cleansing. It was hysterical. I will bring it to San Diego. I bought like 3 expansions. So I've got like 20 some odd, I got like over 1,000 cards now. Because I got the main thing and then I got the blue box and the green box. And the blue box, they each had 3 expansions. And then I've got my own cards. So I'll bring them with me to San Diego. That'll be hysterical. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing MegaCon, to be honest. It's not a very good show anymore. Maybe I'll get like a... I don't know. I don't really know. If they bring me in, then I'll do it. If I have to pay for it, probably not. I don't know... Find out. Let's answer Jamie. Hey, I should be free tomorrow and Friday afternoon if you have time. Yes, I have time. Send. What was I saying? Oh, somebody asked if I was going to be doing spooky shows. I have no idea. I may not. I'm not really sure. I did. I got the bigger, blacker box. Yeah. I just wish that, you know, I could have, you know, played that with Tommy, but they got the cards, and if any of you has been following me on Facebook, which, since you're all here, you probably have been, I've been trolling people as Ghost Tommy, which makes me just laugh. Because people get so offended by that. Because I say some outlandish shit. Which, again, makes me happy. So, I've decided that one of the cards is going to be Ghost Tommy. The first time we played, it was me and Wayne, and we had Ghost Tommy playing, so we had our 4th player. He was kicking my ass. Even dead, he was funnier than I was. Or is funnier, because he's not past tense dead. Not that I know of. Nope, still dead. But he was kicking my butt for a while. But Wayne played a card, it says, blank really turns me on. And he played the card Hospice Care. And it was like... Was it like a couple days after the... Like a day after the funeral, or right before the funeral? It was hysterical. You know, if you can't insult your friends during their most traumatic time in their life, when can you do it? Where's my paper towels? What do we think, kids? We liking it so far? I'm a little slow, I'm sorry. I'm out of the groove, but don't worry, I got 30 more. There's our... There we go. What do we think about doing the feather? What color shall we make the feather? I think we should make it like blue. So I'm gonna... Oh, I need to spray my palette again. I forgot. Oh, I got your card. Tell your mom, Jerry. Tell your mom that I got her card. We're gonna mix these. Come on, paints. Stop being a dick. Blue. I said that already. God, wait. Time for my head to be in the way. there's Oliver. It's thundering, so he's going to be coming in here in a minute and crying his eyes out. Speaking of which, they've been doing okay-ish. They're still sad themselves. As morose as this sounds, I made them lay with him after he passed. So they understood what was going on. And Oliver has become the man of the house. All decisions go through Oliver. He says that we should invest in bones. I disagree. But he's like, hey, I'm man of the house now. Do what I say, human. Oh, yeah. That's alright. I just hope I'm not boring. You know, it was so much better with Tommy, of course. And me by myself is just kind of paling in comparison. I pale in comparison, you know. Tommy was magic. He really was. And, you know, it was amazing to watch him work, and he was just, we were funny and charming. You know, just sucks that our happy ending wasn't for a very long, for, you know, as long as I had hoped, but that's okay. We lived lifetimes in that time, and I hope to bring even just a little bit of that magic back if I can. Alright. I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to let this dry, and then I'm actually going to go back in with white out and colored pencil once this dries. So I'll add more to this, but here we go. So I'm going to let this dry somewhere over here. And, oh, and we got a Kermit made by Asa, Rick's daughter. She made this for Tommy to be in his studio. And she made damn certain that I would use it in the studio for what I have no idea, but there you go. Oh, I'm definitely not putting myself down. You don't know me very well. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not putting myself down. I'm just sad and heartbroken, and my guy's not here anymore, you know? And I'm not saying I am not as personality good as Tommy, and I'm definitely not as good artistically right now, but that's all going to change, so don't worry. I'm not going anywhere. I picked a different color. I picked number 58 instead of number 35 on this palette, just to get a different kind of feel to it. And I'm just going with this stiffer brush here. I like how it feels on the Gemini paper better. Yeah, it's hard. The first couple of days it was hard for them, because if it was more along the lines of like when I was upset and crying, I would they would run into the studio to try and find Tommy. Or if I said Tommy, Uzi would run into the studio to try and find him. And for like a day, they both are crying a lot when I leave. And when I come back, they're like stupid extra excited, like more so than normal. But it's, you know, it's an adjustment for all of us. I like this green better. And I like this brush better. So there you go. But yeah, I plan on doing more shows, maybe even doing the one in Oregon? Emerald City? Emerald City? You know, doing Emerald City. I have no idea when that is, but I might do it next year or the year after. You know, whatever. You know, I'm curious to be, yeah, Emerald City Comic Con. Yeah, luckily over the last couple of years, it became Tommy and Sammy Castillo and not just, you know, Tommy Castillo. Because a lot of wives, once their spouse, who's an artist, that pass, they maybe do the shows for a year and then that's it. But I'm an artist and creator just like Tommy. So, you know, there's the leaky dog. Oliver. So I'm able to do things like this, whereas a lot of spouses, if they weren't, you know, able to, they can't make new art with old art, you know. And some of them just don't have the heart, you know, they just can't stomach it. Yeah, maybe. We'll go back in. Once I've dried this Kermit, I'll go back to the other one. Or paint to this one. You guys like this green better? It's a little dark. Is it dark on the screen? Add some regular light to it. Is that better? Is this better light-wise? I'll scooch him over. There, so I'm not painting over myself. It's hard to tell on my screen how the lighting is, so. But yeah, so, you know, I also plan to do a lot of, apparently you can live stream through your phone now on Twitch, I think. So, you know, I'll be able to have guest star artists, you know, that I might be able to record and broadcast, you know, them doing a piece. Come here, Oliver. You know, and I got people, where are the other black ones? There's the other one. Just looking for you. Hold on a second. Boobs. Are these two the same size? Yeah. My boobs are in the way. Okay, let's go with these two, see if I like them. La 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 la. Ah, I broke it. I didn't break it. I'm gonna have to glue this together and do something with this. All right. Am I not? Oh, there we go. Camera looks okay. Light is good. Yep. Uses some serious data, so you need to have a somewhat robust plan. Yeah, I've got the yeah. I've got unlimited data with Sprint. So I think I'll be okay. And thinks that Kermit looks just okay and not, you know, awesome or whatever. Thanks so much. Just giving you shit, Ice. Ooh, I like the purple shadows better. So I'll be putting all the... I'm just giving you crap. I can be fake insulted. One thing with living with Tommy, I'm not sensitive. Don't you worry. So I had an idea. I had an idea, and let me know what you guys think of this. So there's a lot of Tommy's pencils that I have that have not been, or ink washes that really haven't seen the light of day. What do you guys think about me doing this just to Tommy's other, some of Tommy's other pieces? Oh shit, she has an idea. So, like, for instance, instead of the Kermit, it would be a Batman ink wash that I would paint over and sell as a one-off original. You know, what do you guys think? Would you guys like that? Because I still, the real originals are very sparse because we sold everything because he was unwell and I sold almost all of my collection. So, I just didn't know if you guys would be interested in doing... I guess it wouldn't be considered it would be considered an original, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Would you guys be interested in seeing that? Or, like Tommy's got an ink wash of Poison Ivy and I just paint over it? You tell me. And it would be a Sammy and Tommy original because, to be honest, the last couple months, before he went into the hospital, beginning of this year, Tommy really wanted me to start painting again. And, oh shit. How did that... Whoa. Ah, that's cool. Apparently I got gold in there. Hi, Oliver. Yes? How can I help you? Uh-oh, I think we need a dog break. Do we need a dog break? We need a dog break. Here's an Oliver. Oliver! No, I got makeup on. Don't lick all my makeup off. Oliver. Uzi's jealous. Hi, I love you. Yes, I do. Okay, Oliver has been taken care of. How about an Uzi break? Uzarella. Yeah, that's what I thought, in terms of painting and stuff like that. And, I'll be honest. Oh, what was I saying before I was interrupted by dog? Tommy really wanted me to start painting with him and collaborating with him, before he passed. And, after taking care of him all day and running the business, I was just always exhausted. So, I never did it. And I'm not going to say I regret it but I kind of do. But not strongly. Because, it wasn't like I didn't understand, or he didn't understand really why I wasn't jumping up and down to pain because I was exhausted. But, I think it's just, my way of kind of making up for that fact by, doing something like this, but doing it maybe consistently, because I got shit you guys have never even seen before. I got like 20 years of artwork, that just never made the cut, he never printed it, or it was just practice. So you guys are going to keep seeing new stuff for Tommy. Yay, ooh, I got it. Lisa. Thunder. I know, don't cry. Don't cry. You're fine. You're fine. You're in the studio. It's brightly lit. You're fine. I like the purple shadow better than the brown one. I think it's more dynamic. When in doubt, purple. La, 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 la. Oh. I don't see a problem. I see you bringing new life and keeping them alive. Let's see some Sammy originals. Yeah, me too. I'm excited to see Sammy originals too. It's been a long time. Hey, you peed on that once already. Don't do it again. Because he's like, shut up, Mom. You're not my real mom. Don't you worry, kids. I am probably one of the longest, best, I don't know. But I was taught by Tommy, and it's not going away anytime soon, so. Anything for shipping and handling on the Kermits? Yeah, it's $10. The usual shipping rate, $10. I owe you, well, I owe you. I know. Thanks, Tommy. I've inherited your commission list. Odin. Pirate boat. Let's see, I'm doing that one. I have no idea what the Nephilim cover is. Baseball. Yeah, I got a built-in fan base already, so, you know, I can't really complain. You guys are awesome. And everybody's super encouraging, and, you know, I thought I was going to kind of run into issues with some of the shows where, like, they, ooh, wrong yellow. Ugh. Where they would be like, oh, well, Tommy's not here anymore, so, you know, you're going to have to pay. But I'm finding that that's not actually the case, so it makes me happy. So, again, if you are watching and Tommy owed you an original, or owed you a commission, shoot me an email, Sammy, Sammy, P, as in Patricia, because that's my middle name, unfortunately, Castillo, at Gmail. It's under the chat. And let me know what your commission is. And, you know, I will be completely honest with you. If I think I can handle it, just give me a little extra time to get into the swing of things, and I'll knock that shit right out of the park for you. Yeah. Channeling my Tommy. That's pretty spot on. What color are we doing his scarf today? Scratch my belly. Hey, you know, I'm doing pretty good. So far, I haven't gotten anybody to jump in stream and harass me at all, so this is kind of nice. Purple. I just did purple. I'm not doing purple. Blue and orange. Do blue and orange. Let's do this blue this time. La, 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 la. Prussian blue. Although technically I should have just done a giant wash and then whatever, I'll do it next time. I'm hungry. Blue and yellow. I could do blue and yellow. I like the orange though. Going with orange. Maybe we'll do yellow and red another time or whatever. What are you cooking? And are you making me any? Because I don't see any food made for me, sir. Oh, by the way, Arash, just to let you know, for San Diego, we will actually be staying in an actual condo. We have our whole unit to ourselves, and it's got a real grocery store and a barbecue and an actual stove and oven. Yeah. You know, if you decide you don't want me to do the commission for whatever reason, that's fine. This looks more like yellow than orange. I'm not going to take offense to it. Not a big deal. I got to go through my vaults, so to speak, and organize all the originals, and see what I have available to sell, and go from there. So yeah, I mean, it will be available. Like, if there was a piece in mind, Jesse, that I haven't sold yet, that you want, just ask. And I'll see if I can, if I can do that. I mean, I would hate to give people their money back only because I don't really have it. I just had to pay for a funeral, but, if you don't, if you see something that you don't maybe necessarily want me to paint it or whatever, you don't like me, or you prefer something better than that. But a lot of people's commissions he roughed out already. So it would be Tommy's actual idea. I'm just executing it. See how it is, Jesse. You don't like me. Whatever. You don't want my artwork. I can understand. Whatever. I'm not going to get my feelings hurt or nothing. It's not like I'm a grieving widow. Is that believable? I'm just totally making you feel guilty. Making you feel guilty for even asking, Jesse. No, I'm just kidding. You know I'm teasing you. You know I'm just teasing. Sure, I gotta find it, but yeah. It's easier said than done. I gotta find it, because he was drawing it up, and I'm not really sure where he was drawing it up, but I'll find it for you, and I'll send it to you, and send you a text. Or whatever, however you want me to send it to you. La, la, la. Yeah, with the ode commissions, I'm being pretty flexible, as much as I can, within reason. There's not really any sort of precedence for this. It's a lot of people are like, well, he died, so you're screwed. But I know Tommy wouldn't have wanted me to do that and be like, too bad, he's dead. It sucks to be you. You just lost your $1,500 or your $2,000. Just trying to do what I think Tommy would want, There we go. Another Kermit down. La la. What do we think? I'm getting pretty good at these. Let's do this one. Okay. Yeah, I think I like the purple better. What do you guys think? Do you like the purple shadow better? I mean, they look identical. I like the purple shadow better. La, la, la. Color pencils. Hello, Oliver. Whoop. What do you think? Anyone? Purple shadow. Yeah, me too. Me too. Put you up there to dry. Purple shadow, the San Francisco treat. Oh my God, you're killing me with all of this, Tommy. You're organizing. All right. Let's add some effing color. Dun, dun, dun. It's been a long time since I drew. My hand's starting to hurt. Gotta build myself back up. It's a very purpley blue. Oh, that was a good burp, Uzi. She must have just ate. Blur. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. Tell us my first date with Tommy. My first date with Tommy was actually the first time I ever went to Magic Kingdom. I had been his assistant for a month and a half. About a month and a half. And Primo and another friend of theirs, they wanted to go to Disney World. and I had never been, so he had gotten me tickets to Disney, or a ticket to Disney. I didn't even know it was going to be our first date. Yeah, it was right after BattleCon. I didn't know it was our first date until he leaned over. We were on a Haunted Mansion, and he leaned over and he gave me a great big kiss, and a very inappropriate kiss for Disney World, and said, "This is our first date." And it was awesome. He walked me around. We were there for like the whole day, and I had this, I got sunburned because I wasn't out in the sun very much, and I'm trying to find whiteout while I'm talking to you guys. Wasn't out in the sun very much, so I ended up getting massively sunburned, and he took care of that too. It was great. But yeah, that was our first date, and we would go to Disney World all the time. And hold on a second, I gotta find a. Whiteout! Where art thou, Whiteout? There we go. Found it! Yes. Right after, we would often go to Disney. And I was broke as shit at the time. And, he would, I'd want to buy him something, because at the time, I was horribly broke. So, if I didn't eat, like, if he didn't pay for my food, I didn't eat. And so, I would want to buy him something, and all I could afford was a Diet Coke and a churro. So, I would buy him a Diet Coke and a churro. And I have, every time we went to the park, within reason, I mean, when he got more ill, I wasn't able to do it because he wasn't allowed the sugar. But every time that we'd go to the park, I'd get him a Diet Coke and a churro. Yep. And I got him, the last time we were at the park was March something. I got him a big life-size Stitch that you see on the pictures. And, you know what, Wayne? You can totally tell that job, or tell that story, when you come over. There we go. We got some color on here. Yay. That didn't come out across. I like me the whiteout. And let's do some Tommy highlights. Well, the next time I stream, I'm going to be streaming again tomorrow doing these. So, Wayne, you can come over. As long as you don't touch the computer, you can come over and tell them the story. Color which pictures? This is a Prismacolor. Ooh, that's fancy. I like that. Too much. That's cool. I like that one better. Look at that. Yeah. What do we think? Oh wait, hold on. There we go. Ta-da! First completed Kermit. And what is this? Here we go. Ready? 0-1 out of 30. Ta-da! What do we think? Ta-da! Thanks, guys. Not bad for not drawing or painting for almost 4 years, right? One down. 29 to go. Let's go back to this guy. Color in the heart. What heart? Oh, the heart. On the... Right. I wanted to do this too real quick. Where's my parchment color? Kind of wanted to watercolor in the little bottom of the parchment real watery. You know. So the idea, and nobody knows this because I asked Tommy this, but the idea is that when Tommy colored this and he just colored the bottom, right, of the letter like this, he told me that the way he thought of it was that whatever Kermit touched turned to color. So when he colored, aside from the seat, but whatever his hands touched, that's how he figured out where the stuff is. Okay. And what color is this? Poppy red. We'll go with poppy red for the heart. There we go. Ta-da! There you go. Benito. I will sign it when I put a name on it. So I thought that was a cool little, story. Because Tommy always said that kind of, didn't even say that kind of stuff, but he thought it. He always thought that kind of stuff. But unless somebody really asked, and I knew, of course, to ask, he never really shared that inner information very much. And I know my husband, so I know when that brain is cooking something else. They don't need to be. They're gonna just be the regular, just on watercolor paper. I mean, I'm not going to actually do it unless you want it done. But I can. I've got the stuff for it. It's just on watercolor paper, so it's not like it's all that going to be all that fugitive. But if you if you shoot me an email and say, hey, can you do me a favor and seal this for me, I can go ahead and do it. I've sealed watercolors before, it's just you gotta know what you're doing to do it. You just gotta make sure you get something that doesn't react too badly with the sizing and all that fun stuff. It depends. Depends on what you're using in the paper, the pigment. It's all chemistry. I of course did this for a living, for many years before I married Tommy as a repro artist. So I had to seal people's originals and stuff like that. So it's just you just got to know what you're dealing with and do a lot of testing. And that's all. What are you using to seal it, and what kind of paper are you using? But it's all personal preference when it comes to sealing as well. Watercolor board? What brand? If you use Strathmore, you're not, and you clear coat Strathmore with, there's an acrylic, there is a UV, what's it called? UV archival clear coat. I'm pretty sure it's from Krylon. You're not going to have any sort of color change. And color change could also, be, how you're clear coating it as well. And if it's a cheap board, you'll find that there's probably more interaction because you have more size, you have less sizing in the paper that's mixing with your pigment. You know what I mean? And if you're just using a generic clear coat, or a gloss clear coat even, or a matte clear coat. It all depends. But I've clear coated many pieces. The other thing is that you also don't necessarily have to use a spray clear coat. A lot of times when there's discoloration, the clear coat is bad. For instance, though, Tommy did a zombie, the zombie card dealer, and he sprayed the clear coat, and it was an oil painting, and it fogged it out, and it was because the clear coat was bad, so it was nothing but accelerant getting pushed onto the paper, and the actual particles that are supposed to dry clear dry foggy because they're bad. So then you had to go in with a heavy gloss. But you could also use, for watercolors, you could also use just a brush on varnish, because that will sit. The varnish is the clear coat is going to get absorbed and is probably a harsher chemical. But a regular like varnish, you can water it down if you want, or you can do it thick, and you can you can use a varnish, because I've varnished watercolors before as well with just regular. This is Liquitex, and I've varnished. Matter of fact, I'll show you a varnished watercolor right now. Well, mixed, actually. And this is on watercolor paper. Ta-da! There you go. Varnished watercolor. Tommy does all the base of the watercolor and then puts acrylic on top of it. So all of this is watercolor. And this is actually wrapped onto Masonite. It's watercolor paper spray mounted onto Masonite. So there you go. And this is someone's commission, but Jason the Argonauts. Yep. So this was if you watched it, this was watercolor, and then I varnished over it actually to protect it. But yeah. Where there's a will, there's a way. And it just is a lot of experimenting. Nope. It's actually mixed, so it's watercolor and acrylic. It's amazing what brush varnish can do. If you're clear, like for instance for oils and stuff like that, when in doubt, use a traditional brush varnish for anything. You'll find that you have less chemical interaction than with a spray varnish, because don't forget, you're not just spraying out the varnish, you're also spraying out the accelerant. So if for whatever reason, say the oils or the acrylics that you're working with have a chemical compound in it that's going to react poorly to the accelerant, then you get a chemical reaction, and it usually is fogging or color change or whatever. So when in doubt, use a brush varnish. It's like I learned stuff from Tommy and such, huh? I don't know. I might brush varnish one of these to see how it is. I don't know. I do not know. I think we need a couple of orangey feathers in here. Can I show you how to brush varnish? Or spray varnish? I can show you how to do both, because it's very easy to mess both up. Ta-da! Let's put a... There we go. I think that's a completed number 2, don't you think? (0.2 out of 30). yeah, that's because I jury-rigged the second camera. It's actually, I'm running a test program. So, because my cameras are the same driver, and the driver can't run 2 cameras at once. It can only run 1. So, I have it where it's screen capping the second camera on a video test. So that way you get to see my lovely face. I will defeat you. You cannot defeat me. You know who does great bad dubbing? Rodney Ramos. He cracks me up with that. He does great horrible dubbing. So I don't know, those of you just joining us, because I've been on for a whole 2 hours almost. Hour and 20 minutes, 40 minutes, whatever. This is the Tommy's one of Tommy's best, most well-known pieces, one of them anyway. I have turned this into a memorial piece. So if you can't read it, it says in memoriam Tommy Castillo and both his dates. There's only going to be 30 of these done. I just, as you can see, completed 2. And they are, I just thought, oh, okay, good. That made me, I'll tell you what I just thought I saw in a minute. But they, they'll be numbered 1 to 30, and I will be selling all 30. I'll have an artist proof for myself, which I have artist proofs of the original. But I added names to it. You know, I took out some names that I, you know, felt didn't need to be there anymore. So I added some new ones, and I put it to Tommy, and I added RTS and made the Kermit drawing the TC instead. And I'm hand watercoloring, as you're watching, I'm hand watercoloring the Kermit, and I'm going to do all 30 of them. They're printed on Gemini Strathmore watercolor paper, so I can watercolor it properly. No, I'll tell you what that face was in a second. And yeah, so I'm actually just watercoloring Kermit and putting the little heart TC right there, or the little Tommy and Sammy I added. So if you have the original piece, you'll notice the difference is you know, my name's still there, but it's Tommy, and then Love Kermit, and then my RTS is there, the TC. And then there's some name changes on here as well. Just for friends and family that didn't do it, you know, the first time. That face was, this says ALLI, and it's the start of an S, and I thought it was Allie, one of his previous ex-fiance. And I thought, in my head, I'm like, why did he put Allie on this? And I realized it meant Allison, not Allie. So that's what that face was for. I would have brought him back from the dead only to kick his ass again. Yeah. I lost it. I lost it. Where's the watercolor brush? There it is. Now I understand how Tommy can lose shit really easily. You know what I'm not looking forward to? Organizing this giant mess so that I actually know where stuff is. So I have not yet put up the eulogies. I'm probably going to make those public. Probably tomorrow. You're helping me on Friday. Shika shika. does she say? Hold on, I got people texting me. That's the text messages. Live streaming at the moment. Come join us. There we go. Boom. She should log into work. Yeah, I thought you guys should get first dibs on this. You guys have been, you know, our streaming family has always been there when we needed it, you know. So I wanted you guys to get first dibs on this. You know. I love San Diego, but there's a lot of people that won't necessarily, they'll love it, but they won't understand it. And most of the people that are with us live stream know us and understand all of that fun stuff. So, as I do. What are the new names? The new names are John Rambo, who married us. Yes, we were married by Rambo. Rick Deshane and Asa, which are two very good. Asa is Rick's daughter, and Tommy and Asa were, you know, had a stitch connection. And Rick is a good friend of ours, obviously. John Schneider, Corey Sosner, Shakar is on here. Arash, Mike Pomeroy, who's one of Tommy's oldest friends. Sophia, No Flutter's daughter. John Connor, and Sierra, who's actually kind of more my student than Tommy's, but oh well. And then Amanda Alamo, and my mom's name is on here from the beginning, but I did not notice that Tommy spelled her name wrong. So it's Grace, and he spelled Grac. So her name's actually Grack Keller now, which is really funny. So I'm gonna start, Wayne, we gotta start calling her Grack. I think that'd be hysterical. She'll not have a clue. She'll be like, "What are you talking about?" You are welcome. You are welcome. You are now memorialized. Well, you are memorialized with Tommy. Yeah. But I was kind of thinking of doing an in memoriam piece every year. You know, I think that'd be nice. I'll find a piece and do something cool with it, like I'm doing now. So. May you help with the memorial piece? Sure. Greg Keller. Space Coast to Coast. Yeah. It's funny. Yeah, I'll give you one a color. He's a nice dude, the voice actor. We were next to him at a show. He was really cool. We talked about cars and mafia, because my family's mafia. And he used to work at a mafia car dealership. So we were discussing, I actually was telling him that my grandfather on my mom's side was connected in New York, and he was middle management, but hey Emily, glad you can make it. So he and I didn't know this until I was older, but I was talking to my mom, and I said, and my mom and dad, when one day talking with Tommy about my messed up family, and I said that I remembered my grandfather worked at a print shop, so it runs in the family, which was a front for loan sharking. And I remember I used to call his name was Vinny. He was a big fat Italian guy that sat in the back office, and he used to eat the balls of mozzarella like an apple. He just, and he had a big book in front of him. And I remember telling my mom, and this is exactly what I told her. I said, I remember I used to practice writing, and that he would make me write in this big book. And my mom laughed, and she said, yeah, you were writing the numbers in the ledger. That's how you learned your numbers. So people would come in, and he'd make me write in black and then write in red. So I learned my numbers from a fucking loan shark. So they have it. That's how I roll, apparently. Hi. Thank you. I'm happy to be back on Twitch. Kind of makes me feel like I'm home again, I guess. But yeah. What I'll do is if you guys want to help, I'll print a couple of these out outside of the number scheme, and you guys can paint it up. And if you would like to sell it or give it back to me so I can sell it, that would be fine. I think Tommy would appreciate that. Bloop. Bloop. But Crazy Toys, I'll be off Thursday and I have a ticket. Yay! You don't have passes for San Diego this year? You only have a one day? A watercolored print that I'm doing is 100 in the 30. That looks good. I'm getting good at this. I think it's like I know what I'm doing. Feels all fancies and stuff. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. I got yellow in my brush. Yellow! I don't want the yellow. Yeah. Why you gotta spray this so much? So yeah, as I was telling people before, about an hour or so ago, I guess, at this point, I'm going to be live streaming, but it might not necessarily be me watercoloring. It might be me doing, doing other stuff, like making bags or making copies. That's an old joke. But, doing more stuff. There's some bags that I'm going to be making with Tommy's artwork, well, you could still come down one summer. Your dad agreed to it at one point. Can't imagine that he would change now. What's up? Oh, that internet solidarity thing? Neutrality? Yes. If there's a show out there that I want to do, sure. We were slated to go to Origins. I don't do Wizard World shows. I don't know what any other shows up there. Honestly, because of Tommy's health is really why we cut down most of our shows, you know. So if there's like a Comic Con or something, a non-Wizard World comic book show, then, you know, just text me, or not text me, send me a Facebook message, you know, and I'll be more than happy. I liked, you know, I want to try and go to other places that we haven't been. It's been a few years since we've, you know, been to Ohio, so I'd like to resume it, you know, and even if it's just me for, you know, a day or two show. So if you have a local show, or something like that you think, you know, you think might be a cool little show, or you go to and you like it, let me know. I'll take suggestions. It's how I found out about Awesome Con in Washington. Well, that, and I met the owner of the show. And he likes me, so, or likes us. Like Tommy too. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't think your dad's gonna let you drive cross country like that. I don't think that's gonna happen. All-Con in Dallas. I know there's a couple different shows in Dallas. I don't do anime shows. I hate anime shows. I will not go to an anime show. So, no to the anime show. Mostly because it's a bunch of teenagers that don't have any money. And I don't really give a flying fuck about their bullshit anime that they decided to think is cool. I'm sure when they weren't filled with effing millennials that they were awesome. Then the millennials decided that, oh, anime is going to be cool and trendy. Now we're stuck with the crap. But you never know. If there's a Comic-Con, I'm willing to go more fun places. Really? You know, the only thing that I do in Florida right now is actually Free Comic Book Day in Yancey. Because I don't do spooky anymore. And I don't do, I don't do Yancey, or I mean, I don't do MegaCon, and I am not doing spooky. I know there's a couple little one-day show, a couple smaller shows. I might end up I might touch base and do the Jacksonville Comic-Con. But we don't really do a lot of Florida shows. But there's a ton of local ones. So I'll have to investigate that. And that's, not because I just don't like the two most popular shows. And I don't do SuperCon. And what else? What else is there? You met Tommy at the... Who are you? Because I probably know who you are. Oh, I do DeLand too, yes. DeLand in January on Tommy's birthday or around Tommy's birthday. It's tradition that we sing happy birthday, that we used to sing happy birthday to him. Would it be a little morose to make people still do it to a dead man? You ought to sing happy birthday to him. Yeah, that's a one-day show in January that I do. What else? I think that's pretty much it in terms of that. In terms of... put my big hand in it again. In terms of that, but, that could change. So, I gotta clean my water. Tommy, go clean my water. I'm painting. It was worth a shot. He did it to me all the time. I have to go clean my water. Let's let that dry for a second while I clean my water, because it's all scummy and yellow. Yeah, I know, Mike, it's you. I'll keep you posted. I'll be right back. Ta-da! I have returned. And in true Tommy fashion, we need to eat in the middle of the stream. Ow! Oh, well, thank you, total nobody. I appreciate that. Don't worry. It's now Sammy eating cereal stream. Will be, The Dark Side of Oz will be coming out. Food. Fruit Loops, if anybody wants to know. Tommy and I discussed all of the outstanding projects that we had, that had just been put on hold because of his health. And luckily for everybody, I know all of it. So the Dark Side of Oz graphic novel will be coming out. I will be writing it from Tommy's legacy and notes and all that stuff. And there'll be a couple of children's books that we were supposed to do together that I'm going to be doing. The Dark Side of Oz will be coming out. And Tommy and I discussed some of the artists that we want attached to the projects, certain projects. I wish I was sponsored by Fruit Loops. Shit, I eat them enough. Should I add some Fruit Loops to the print? What color should we make the scarf? I'm thinking like orange and something. Yeah, it's definitely going to be exciting times. Slytherin colors. We could do a Slytherin scarf. Yeah, I got a Slytherin. I could do the Gryffindor colors. And is it? His Hufflepuff is yellow and black. Ravenclaw is white and blue. What's my favorite food? Coffee. And chocolate chip cookies. Not at the same time, though. No, my favorite... My favorite food is pot roast and potatoes. Which Tommy hated. He called it white people food. Yeah, I just like a phthalo green, yeah. My top 10 what? Well, we'll make Kermit a Slytherin here, and the next one he'll be Gryffindor. 'Cause that's funny. I got beggar dogs around me. Beggar dog. Where's the other beggar dog? Corned beef and cabbage? Ugh. Yes, I do. I like Tim Hortons. I did drip on myself. Do I have to rank them? I feel like I'm on a job interview. Or a really bad blind date. This camera sucks. It's not attractive at all. Mmm. That was Oliver, for the people that were wondering what dog that was. He's waiting for the milk. Cereal break. Yes, I have Tommy's bones. Well, some of them. I have a piece of his skull. And like a big chunk of either... I think it might be femur, actually, because it is... No, that was too small to be femur. I think it was the top bone of the arm, which I don't remember. But I can draw it for you. Yes, I asked to keep his bones. Part of his bones. Come here, Oliver. Come on. Okay. And go. Lick, 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 lick. That is way better. Excuse me. Milk breath. All right. Let's slither in this shit. Oh, gotta spray the palette. And I would also, eventually, at some point, like to get to the point where I can do, commissions in a timely manner, like Tommy. Yeah, that cracked him up, didn't it? 23-inch Cincy. That was funny. So this is Slytherin Kermit. The sorting hat, did its deed. This should be the proper green. Let's see here. Yeah, that's good green. Is my head in the way? Sorry. That was a joke that you would only, once you see the eulogies, you'll get that joke. I'll like him out. We are loading the van. Shakar, you are going to be my muscle. Well, an added muscle, anyway. Because I should have everything done by then. Yeah, no, you're going to be lifting heavy shit. We're just going to look, so don't worry. It'll be hot and sweaty, probably. Like you do. Like it is. Now we have Slytherin Kermit. And that was Prussian blue that we used. Thank you. Yeah, there we go. I'm getting fancy, kids. Yay. So what should his quill be? Oh, I know what I'll do it. I lost my chat. I don't worry that. Somebody sent me an email. Jessie sent me an email. I'll leave it until later. Some of that, and some of this, and smush, mush, mush. And let's go. One of the reasons, because this is actual watercolor paper. I don't know if you guys realize that. And it's one of the reasons why I'm coloring. I used the better watercolor paper was so that I could come back in, lay a hard line down, and then pick it back up. You know, like Tommy taught us. La, la, la. Sound effects. What's pink and yellow? Boom. And we are going to do something cool. Let's do this color. But just lots of that. We're going to make it a big black feather. Because if any of you have ever been to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, they make you sign everything when you use a credit card with a big black feather quill. And we're doing Harry Potter, so that's what we're going to do. So I think that'll be cool. So how's everybody doing today? Everybody doing good? What watercolors did you buy, honey? You tell him, Oliver. Yeah, get him. So an interesting thing, since Tommy's gone, Oliver has been stupid overprotective. In a good way. Like, he barks at every little fart. Before, you'd never hear him bark. Now, he's barking at everything. You know, Oliver's the man of the house, so he's like, I gotta protect everybody. Black feather. Slithering Kermit. There we go. Ta-da! Just fade this up like that. And then we'll go back in. All right. Time to let that one dry. Good night. And yes, I will definitely be doing more of these broadcasts. You know, you never know. I might even do some of them on the road now that my phone can stream, you know? We'll see. But yes, thank you. Hey there. Yarg. You've been dog sitting, huh? That sounds like an exciting thing. Was it as exciting as you always hoped it would be? Ah! I have black on it. That's what I get for not cleaning my brush properly. Let's try that again. Take two. Kind of looks like Kermit's got a butt cheek right there. You know, like it's his butt crack. Bloop. And then the rest of it, you know, because he follows around. And knowing Tommy, he probably like jokingly put that in there. He jokingly put in Tommy's. He jokingly put in Kermit's butt crack. I would not put that past my husband. Oh, don't you dare tell me you just peed on the floor. I will destroy you, dog. Did you just pee on the floor? Uzi? Why did you just pee on the floor? Why did you just pee on the floor? No, you didn't. Somebody, I heard peeing. Who peed on the floor? I heard it. You get a pass this time because I can't find it. Come here. Come here. This one peed on the floor and I can't find it. Where did you pee? You have to tell me these things. Dad. Go on. Good night, Mike. I can see why Tommy really liked these brushes. The Princeton Catalysts. They're really easy to paint with. And they're really, like, really awesome. I can't find it. I heard it. I can't find it. And I checked. Wasn't where she was, so. The hard part is that she acts guilty because she's always done something. You know? Like today, I went out for a little while and I was gone maybe 2 hours. And somehow they knocked over the treat container that was on the on the TV tray. And it's a pop-top lid. Like, you have to get your thumb under it and pop it open. And I don't know which one of them did it, but they did. They knocked it over, they popped it open, and then they ate all but 3 of the dog treats. And it was a brand new thing, full of like 20 treats. Primo is peeing in his own home. I'm assuming that's you, Mike. Considering it's undead.net. Yeah, not since I sprayed you with water. I could see why Tommy wanted music in his ear. Hearing the whir of the fan of my laptop's just like, ugh, is boring. At least my head's not in the way. Is my head in the way? All right. I like the purple shadows. We're going to maintain the purple shadow. I like that one better. And I loaded the wrong brush, but that's okay. I haven't peed on the floor in days. So if anybody even is curious or anything, I'm doing a more of a wet on wet with the shadow. Have you been hearing us talk? Or chat? Justin? It's kind of doing weird stuff to me where it won't update my chat unless I scroll up. Which is really effing annoying. I'm making this Kermit a little extra round because Tommy was a little extra round. In all the good ways. And then the not so good ways. No. No what? My stream froze. I blame you. Has how's the quality of video? Is it better than normal? I mean, better than what we usually have? Well, that's not good. Did everybody's stream freeze? Weird. And here I thought it was better. Could be my computer trying to update something. Has it been doing that all night? That sucks. I'll have to adjust something here real quick. I don't know if I can adjust it on the fly. Mine's occasionally. It looks great when it's running. Okay, hold on 1 second. Hold on a minute here. See if I can adjust this. Hold on a second, guys. Can't settings, stream, general output. Okay, I just adjusted the stream bitrate. See if that makes a difference. Okay, I just adjusted it, so see if that made a difference for you guys. Uh-oh, we got a leaky dog. The bitrate on it was really high. It was maxed out, so I just adjusted it. I got a dog losing air. You'll hear him in a minute. Is the video still a good quality? Still looking okay? Leaky dog. Really, Oliver? Really? Yeah, I know. Really? I don't remember if I did or not. I'll post it again. I'll post it again. I can't remember if I did or not. I want to say yes, but I could be completely wrong. You need to chill, dog. You need to chillax. Okay, cool. Problem averted. Oh no. Your life is so hard, Oliver. The sacrifices you have to make is just terrible. How do you live with it? What? Oh. Yeah, I'll repost it. I've been so out of it that I thought I did, but you know, it could have been possible that I got the art ready to post and just never did it or fell asleep or whatever. So I'll double check, and if not, then I'll post it. No big deal. I'll post it. I'll look after I'm done streaming tonight. What? Really? It sounds like you're, really going through a hard time there, Oliver. Yeah, I know. How terrible. I know. I'm just an awful person because I don't care. You cry. You cry. You tell everybody how abusive I am when I hug and kiss you and love on you. Oh, so much. Yeah, you tell them. You let them know. We're going to have a Gryffindor scarf, this one. What color should we make the flower? No, the flower. Feather. Eee. That was a whole lot of color right there. It's like pink. So I want. What color is this? Good night. Thanks, Michelle. See you later. Yeah, I know. I'm a terrible mother. I'm neglecting you. So neglectful. So neglectful, Oliver. You tell everybody. Gryffindor scarf. Get him. Yeah. I like the blue highlight on his eye instead of the gray. This light blue color. I like it better. Nope. Who said pink and yellow? Pink and yellow. Pink and yellow. Pink and yellow, pink and yellow. I don't really have any unsaturated. But we'll do this instead. Gotta scrub all that color out. Tommy pollutes his palette. You remember that? I was just talking about that the other day. Who was I telling that to? I was just talking about how Uzi, they dragged the pizza. Ah, dogs. They crack me up. They're Lenny. Ripley is Primo's pup. The beagle. And I'd say she's as dumb as a brick, but that would be insulting the brick. She has her heart in the right place, though. She's just really clueless. She's just a clueless pup. She just has no idea what's going on half the time. Like Uzi and Oliver will get up and be super excited about something, and Ripley has no idea why she's being excited. She's just like, yay, I'm excited! Oh, let me... Yeah, she's a special one, that one. She's a special one. Oh, I threw it in. Wait, what? How did you eat that already? The container ate my watercolor brush. No, it didn't. Here it is. Ugh! The raffle? At, the Ultra Pro raffle? That's what you're talking about? Or the raffle to win the dice bag that I should have sent you and did not. Because I'm a bad person. Man, that color is super pigmented. I didn't even mean to use all that. Oh, are you kidding me today? What is going on with my hands? Alright, there we go. Bottom of the letter done. Perfect. Let's let Gryffindor Kermit dry. Back to Slytherin. Slytherin. Yes. It is actually in my container where I was supposed to send it to you. And I'm pretty sure I didn't. If you want, I can bring it again this year, or I can mail it to you tomorrow. I'm a bad person. Blech. Blech. This is metallic gold, if anybody's wondering. Mm. Okay. Pretty sure this is gonna look orange, but whatevers. Kinda looks red in this light. Alright, I'll pack it up and send it to you tomorrow. I got something else to pack up and send as well. I did not forget it. I actually saw it and went, oh crap, that's right. Yeah, sorry. It was not intentional, brother. I'm sorry. You haven't changed your address since I last mailed you something, have you? Nice. What number am I on? Number 3. Three out of 30. Huzzah! Ta-da! He's dry enough. Ooh, that marker made me high. I'm going to just finish this one up, and I think I'm going to call it a night since I've been on for about 3 hours. Don't worry, I'll be back tomorrow. I have more of them to do. Okay, sounds good. Hey, there's a red one in here. What color is this? What color is this? Number... That's not what I want. Ah, that's good. La la la. Yeah, I think so. I'm not really digging that feather so much, so let's just throw some darker feathers in here. Yeah, that's better. Throwing some purple feathers in here. There you go, that's better. Ta-da! Not too shabby, huh? Yeah, I have 15 to do to take with me, so I'm probably gonna do, I have 1, 2, 3, this is the 4th, so I'm probably gonna do one more after getting off stream, unless you guys want to sit and watch me do one more. 4. So if I do 5 tonight, and then I'll do the rest tomorrow. I'll do 10 tomorrow. So I'll probably do another 5 tomorrow night. Nope. Ta-da! There we go. Ta-da. Yeah, I'll paint one more. That way I can hit my quota for the night. Hey, Tommy. Pastel scarf next. Okay. Like what? Like pastel pink and purple? Are we making a could do a rainbow scarf. Oh, thanks for that answer, Jesse. Yes. Justin, you can buy them now. Just PayPal me 110 and They're all your, the one, whatever one you want is all yours. Or if you want me to paint fancy colors or whatever. But if you didn't hear it already, they're limited edition to 30. And that particular number came from the fact that Tommy was alive and published for 30 years. So I'm going to print one. I'm doing one for every year. I decided, like I said, I decided to hand color all of them. Well, all the Kermits like he did at the shows. You know. Put a little light back into some of Tommy's work. How many viewers do we have now? What was our viewer total? If anyone could give me an idea. Well, 18's not bad. Maybe I should show my boobs more, get more viewers. That's a joke. Just kidding. Oh, yeah, that's right. Send me an email, Justin, to remind me, because I can't write it down at the moment. How many months do you have in? Because I'll be starting that up too after San Diego. Yeah, what he's talking about is we have our Patreon account, and when Tommy got sick, I had to I stopped it, but Justin kept giving us money. So Justin has a running tab at the Tommy Castillo Studios. Hey Wayne, can you text Jay Fife? Let him know that I'm doing good, but I'm streaming, so I can't talk to him. He just texted me. So, I'm going to be starting the Patreon again as a Print of the Month club. You know, and I'll put up, if I make something cool, I'll put it up. No, they're all video game guys, I know. I was just kidding. You gotta tell your mom that I'm streaming again, Flem. If she doesn't know that already. So you're just saying I'm not entertaining? Is that what you're saying? I'm just boring? I see how it is. Oop, too much. Cool. Yeah, I don't much watch other people's streams, so I don't really, I mean, aside from No Flutter, I don't really watch people's streams. Yeah. It's not because I don't know what to say. Oh, I see. I'm not important enough to jump down, drop everything, and come rushing home to watch me paint Kermits. Let her know that I got her letter too. Your letters. Her letter. Okay. I think it's been about a year since you last used it, so sure. That makes sense to me. I like making the blooping sounds. It's all about sound effects. So are you still in New York, Jerry? I think when's last I knew you were in New York. I did buy the Lynch King. Oh yeah, you did. How much was he? I think he was like $2 or $3.50. Something like that. I'm sorry, you know, I'm trying to be sarcastically funny tonight, and I just don't think it's coming across. That's fair, I guess. I think he has two of the same color in here. I'm like trying to pull off of them like they're two different colors. Dude. Sam is smart. Sam is short by smart. That's good. You know, I kind of don't want to stop painting, because, not to bring the mood down or nothing, but this is the worst time of night for me with Tommy gone. It's the going to bed part that sucks. The winding the day down, you know. That's what really sucks. That's what I have the hardest time with, is going to bed. It's you know, it's one of those things. I don't know why. You know, well, I mean, I know why, because it's quiet and lonely. That's why, but you know, I just like right now, I'm actually pretty tired. I've been painting for a couple hours. I'm actually pretty tired, but as soon as I go to sleep, as soon as I go to lay down, I won't be able to. I got an itchy nose and paint on my phone. Oh well. Let's see what colors we haven't used yet. Let's do let's do light blue and purple. We'll do light blue and purple for the scarf. How's that? I don't even know what the stream title is. I forgot to change it. What's the stream title? Probably like, Tommy paints this. Wah, wah, wah. Ooh, that's color. Yes, that is a color. Let's paint this color. Where we're like, Tommy paints Batman. And they're like, who is that? Why is she painting Kermit? I'm gonna get this fucking feather down, and it's gonna look amazing. It's kicking my ass tonight. Bloop, 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 bloop. Drawing and talking art, yep. All right. Well then, just got to get some paint on here and blip, blip, blip. I don't think I did too bad of a job for not picking up a paintbrush in a couple of years. I think I had some help though. Got some happy little parchment here. Happy little parchment. Whoop. Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty accurate title for tonight. Lip. Fancy. Bloop. Oh, let me do that real quick. Forgot that part. It's a really nice brush. I mean, it should be for it being an Escoda. A travel Escoda. Oh, I said purple? Purple. 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 When in doubt, lob a little. Alright, and let's get you an eyeball. And let's see here. Where'd that go? We'll use you for now. So did everybody enjoy the stream tonight? I enjoyed doing it. Let's do teal. And let's do random, that blue. Like a blue-green. What about this color? Eek. I don't have a dark. I need a dark. Those two. Making lots of noise. awesome. I'm glad you guys did. I'm gonna throw some color down real quick on this. I had a lot of fun doing it. It really made me feel better. So thank you guys for being a part of it, and you know, that is clearly not dry enough. That part is. This part isn't. Work my way down. Oh, I'd used that one already. You know, I don't know how my shows are going to be over the next couple months. You know, I feel like I'm going to miss Tommy an awful lot, so. It's either going to be really nice or punch me in the throat. You know, I promised him I'd keep going. Promised him that I wouldn't give up and that I'd keep doing what we set out to do. And that's sure as shit what I'm gonna do. It's still wet. But where'd that red go? Do TC. I'm gonna have to do this when it dries better. It's still pretty wet, so I won't be able to do the highlights or anything until later. But I think I'm gonna call it a night. So we did 5 Kermits. We did Gryffindor Kermit. We did, which is number 4, we did Slytherin Kermit. We did random blue and yellow Kermit. And then we did our very first Kermit. Does anybody have any questions or anything like that for me before I skedoodle? Maybe fall down. I'm very happy I can see you too. Thank you, darling. I'll see you next Thursday. Thank you, everyone. Good night. I'm going to just add a highlight right there and right there and right there real quick. Yep. I'll wait till that dries. Finish that up. Thank you, everyone, for joining me on my first stream back without Tommy. It's not quite as magical, but I hope you guys enjoyed it and liked seeing the artwork and seeing some color put back to Tommy's work. So without further ado, I will see you guys back here tomorrow to finish the Kermits. Say goodnight, Tommy. Good night, Tommy. So thank you guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.